Bentornati a Ask Manu di Italy Easy Academy. Oggi ho una domanda chiesta da due studenti. Yes, two students asked the same question, so I love it. It's about the pronunciation of that horrible Italian article GLI. Susanna wants to know how to pronounce it, and also so does Jose. So I'm going to do a mix of explanation because the fact that Jose is from Puerto Rico is going to help us a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. So, how do you pronounce the GL in Italian? It's a very tricky sound, and it's usually not explained correctly because if you look it up, you will find that the way they tell you to pronounce the Italian GL sound is by doing a stronger L, like in million, but it's not. The articulation of Italian y is actually from here. It's the same location as the g. Say if you say g, it comes from here. In English or in Spanish. Spanish, not necessarily, but yeah, it could be a little bit. But yeah, let's say g. G is here, okay? G. Gatto, gatto. So if you take the same articulation, but then you try and say a word like yellow, that yellow. It's not the double L of yellow, but it's actually the semi-vowel, or the semi-consonant Y, like Y, yeah, yellow, that yellow. So that is the sound that you want to imitate, but making it come from here in a much stronger way, because yellow already comes from there, but you have to make it stronger. So it's yellow, okay? So I'm gonna pronounce the words in Italian. Figlio, figlio, figlio. Basically, you're suffocating yourself, okay? So figlio, voglio, voglio, voglio. I'm from Rome, and I actually don't have a strong y myself, and so it's a huge effort for me to pronounce it. I get lazy and I don't pronounce it like that. I just pronounce it like it was an I, basically, you know. not so much, but my version of it, it's a lot milder. And you will find that half Italians pronounce it in a milder way. It depends where you're from or where they're from. But yeah, so it's y. Now, since, Jose, you are a Spanish speaker, if you think of some variants of Spanish, particularly from some parts of Spain, you have the double L in Spanish, the ella pronounced y, like paella, paella. It's the same y. Now, of course, it's not the same if you pronounce it with a j or some other sounds in Spanish, but if you pronounce it as a y, it's the same sound as Spanish. So when you look at it, when you look at a word, like I'm going to type here, if you look at a word like figlio, you look at it and you get confused because you think you see the g, you think is it j, you see the l, is it l? So the thing is that neither sounds are there. In y, there is no g sound and there is no l sound. Neither, because basically that's a sound in and of itself. It's the y sound. So once you get it, you have to also remember that the GLI is the way we maintain the y sound when we need to match it with another vowel. So for example, to say ya, as in famiglia, famiglia, I'm exaggerating, okay, and I'm killing myself. We have to spell it with GLIA. So again, when you look at the word, it might kind of throw you off because there's so many letters, okay? And it's one of those rare cases where Italian pronunciation is not easy because it's confusing when you look at those words with the GLIA. So it's famiglia, io, aglio, garlic. Famiglia is family. You, I can't think of a word right now with you. It's not common. Yeah, maglie, t-shirts, or famiglie. Okay, so these are all y sounds with the a, o, u, o, e attached to them. Now, there are instances where the GL is actually, or even GLI, it's pronounced gl, like in English. And these are the scientific words. So if you think of glycerin, glicerina, glucose, glucosio, if it's a scientific word, chances are that GLI is pronounced gli, but in your life you will probably not need to do that much. Quindi grazie mille Susanna, grazie mille José, grazie mille a tutti per aver guardato questo nuovo video dove ho risposto a una domanda di due studenti. Yes, I've answered a question coming from 2 students, all from Italy Medici Academy. Ci vediamo lì, I'll see you there. Ciao ciao.